What's up, everyone? This is going to be a video for my review of tonight's Monday Night Raw, January 31st, 2011. It's from the Dunkin' Donut Center in Providence, Rhode Island. Uh, Good place to see a WWE show, by the way. Um, so yeah, tonight's Raw was good. Coming off the heels of the Rumble, some interesting stuff, some complete bullshit in my opinion. An interesting teaser promo, which I'll get to. So let's just get to it. So yeah, Raw opens, like I said, in Providence, Rhode Island. Cole and King hype in the main event. It wasn't the main event, but it was a rematch of last week, champion versus champion, Edge versus The Miz. But tonight there will be a winner. So then Ricardo Rodriguez comes out and introduces Alberto Del Rio, and there's a mariachi band and everything, and they're like playing Del Rio's theme on their little trumpets. Um, and basically Del Rio says, you people never listen. I said it was my destiny to win the Rumble, and I did. And he says tonight we're gonna celebrate me, and I'm going to WrestleMania to headline it. And he calls Providence a blue collar town. He says this band only plays for the Mexican president and himself. Sorry about that. Says as the winner of the Rumble, he can pick whatever champion he wants to face at WrestleMania, and he says he's made his decision, and he's interrupted by The Miz, and Cole just sucking Miz's dick a little more. I mean, it's really getting on my nerves. Like, I don't really try not to pay attention to it, but Cole is just so unbelievably obnoxious. And then Miz tells Del Rio is impressed, that he won the biggest Royal Rumble match in history. He says, but what's impressive? Me winning Money in the Bank ladder match and beating Randy Orton 3 times and still remain WWE champion. Miz telling Del Rio that Edge was bad mouthing him, talking behind his back and just, straight up lying. Del Rio saying, I know you, Miz. This is a ploy for me to choose Edge. He says, are you lying to me? And Miz says he was just telling the truth, and out comes Edge. And good pop for Edge. Edge says Miz is right. He doesn't like Alberto Del Rio, but he wouldn't talk behind his back. He'd say it right to his face if he had something to say to him. Says he's the rated R. He says he's the rated R superstar in Del Rio's accent, which is pretty funny. I can't really, roll my R's, so I won't attempt it. But it was pretty funny. And then Del Rio says at WrestleMania he will become. He looks at both Edge and Miz, like goes back and forth between the two. He says at WrestleMania 27, I will become the new World Heavyweight Champion. So kind of figured he'd challenge for that. I'm happy he is. That should be good. So one match already set in stone for WrestleMania. As long as Edge, makes it past Elimination Chamber as champion. Edge versus Alberto Del Rio for the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania 27 should be good stuff. And then Edge hits Del Rio. He said, "Well, that's great." He's like, "Why don't you take this with you?" And then he hits Del Rio, and Edge kind of stares Miz down and leaves the ring. And Alberto Del Rio takes one of the guitars that the mariachi band had and nails Edge right in the left shoulder with it. Hit it hard too. And Edge is lying on the ground holding his shoulder. Del Rio locks in his armbar. Edge is like tapping and whatnot. And Del Rio leaves while Edge is lying in the ring. And then Cole hypes a tag team championship match that's coming up next. Santino Marella and Vladimir Kozlov defending against Michael McGillicuddy and Husky Harris of Nexus. We go to commercial. And then back from commercial, we see a replay of what just happened, and then an email comes in and says, tonight, for the first time ever, we will have a Raw Rumble match with 7 superstars facing the WWE, with 7 superstars, and the winner will face the WWE champion at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view for the WWE title, and the 6 remaining will compete. The 6 remaining competitors will compete in the Elimination Chamber match. Competitors will be Randy Orton, John Morrison, CM Punk, Sheamus, R-Truth, John Cena, and Jerry the King Lawler. And then out comes Santino and Kozlov, followed by Husky Harris and Michael McGillicuddy. So we have first match of the night, WWE Tag Team Championship. And I was actually, hoping Nexus would win this because, let's face it, Santino and Kozlov are incredible champions. The tag team division isn't very credible in WWE as it is, but I was really hoping. I thought McGillicuddy and Husky would pull us out, but it's fucking bullshit. Santino, hits the Cobra on Husky Harris and gets the 3. Like, are you really, like, McGillicuddy was knocked out or off the apron or something? Just complete bullshit. Um, it was just absolute, yeah, garbage. And Orton rushes the ring, RKO's McGillicuddy and Husky Harris, and he gets an absolute insane look in his eye. Like, this is the Viper I like. This is the Orton I like. Uh, and he lines up for the punt, and then Punk, Otunga, and Mason Ryan came out. Punk tries to, talk Orton out of it. He says, "For once, Randy, in your life, take some advice." He says, "If you punt Husky in the skull, there will be serious consequences." Orton kind of second guesses, and then he heads back to the corner, and he like looked like the heel Orton that the fucking Orton I like to see, and he punted Husky's brains out, which was just awesome. I really want to see that type of Orton stay around, that vicious, like, I don't give a fuck, I'll do whatever I want. Punts Husky in the head, and then he books it as Nexus hits the ring, and he races through the crowd. We go to commercial. Back from commercial, we get a recap of what just happened. Then Ted DiBiase and Maurice to the ring, and my God, Maurice just, my God, she's just too much. Looking so fine as usual, but she looked really good tonight. Might as well just do porn, Maurice. Seen you in Playboy, so just get to it. Ted goes up to King. The announce table says, your time is up, King. Like, your career's in the rear view window. He's like, my career, however, is just getting started. And he said he wants King to give him his spot in the Raw Rumble tonight. Cole says, let me handle this. Basically just shits all over King. And King says he's not giving up a spot to anyone. King says his road to WrestleMania starts tonight. And if it wasn't for Cole, he'd probably be WWE champion right now. King chases Ted, who then holds Maurice in front of him as a shield. And she, like, turns around and slaps him in the face. And then King just drops DiBiase with a right hand. Like, what are they doing with Ted? Like, what the fuck? I don't understand it. So yeah, and then Cole bitches at King for taking a cheap shot at DiBiase, and then King says he's about to break Cole's jaw. I'd really love to see that happen. The Raw Rumble's hype. You go to commercial, and then a very like eerie promo airs. I thought it was a commercial, and I realized it was like kind of related to the Raw. I was really like intently paying attention, and it was like a very strange promo, like a dark, rainy setting, and some guy in what looks like a trench coat. They show him walking, in like this mud and stuff. It's like pouring rain, thundering, all the lightning, the whole deal. And then they show him in like some sort of shack, and they just show like a faraway view, but you could see a lights on, and you could see part of this guy. And then at the end, it says 2/21/11. So a new debut. I don't think it's Undertaker, and from what I've been hearing, I think I heard it's Sting, because I looked on actually Wikipedia earlier tonight, and it said under 2011 under Sting's page, it said 2011. Sting is signed with WWE and is facing Undertaker at WrestleMania 27. Now, but then I checked back like 10 minutes later, and that was removed. So someone obviously didn't want to spoil it, and wouldn't be surprised if it's Sting, because I heard they were trying to get him involved with like, WrestleMania being in Atlanta this year, birthplace like WCW, all that. That would be fucking awesome to see Sting. Wow, the night after Elimination Chamber is when this guy's supposed to debut, so it should be fucking awesome. I really hope it's Sting. I really doubt it's Taker. He's on SmackDown anyway. So back from commercial, slutty little Bella twins are ringside, and Daniel Bryan versus Tyson Kidd. Daniel Bryan wins with the LaBella lock, and the Bellas are full on heel now. And man, Gail Kim is pretty fine. She was with ringside with Daniel Bryan. After the match, the Bellas like get in the ring, and Gail Kim ends up shoving one of the Bellas, and another brawl breaks out. We've seen the last couple times, and the refs break it up. Miz and Edge are shown walking backstage for their match coming up next. We go to commercial. Back from commercial, they show Miz eliminating Cena in the Rumble last night, and then we have Edge versus Miz. During the match, Cena's up in one of the skyboxes taunting Miz, distracting him. And Miz turns around into a spear. Edge wins. We go to commercial. It was an okay match. Fucking Cena, though. So then back from commercial, they hype Stone Cold as the new host of Tough Enough, which is pretty awesome. Hell yeah. Stone Cold. Should be pretty good stuff. I'm looking forward to that. Vicky Guerrero comes out then, says this Friday on SmackDown the world title will be defended in a match like a way no one has ever seen. She said tune in Friday or whatever to see it. So, and then we have Even Natalia versus Lay Cool. Lay Cool wins. I was expecting Awesome Kong to maybe come out because I heard she was backstage at the Rumble last night and she was backstage at Raw. She's set to debut anytime. It'll probably be on SmackDown this week. Wouldn't shock me. So Lay Cool wins. We go to commercial. Uh, Mark Henry and the Great Khali versus the Usos. An email comes in and says, since the GM says the Usos have no chance in this, let's make this a dance-off. Really? The crowd was completely dead for it. The Usos did some weird dances. Like, one of them was dancing like a chick. And when they kind of did resemble Rikishi doing, like, their robot shit. And then, this was just brutal. Michael Cole, I hate his guts, but he said it perfectly. This is brutal and, like, horrid. It's just terrible, terrible shit. Boring. And then after Khali and Mark Henry lay out the Usos with their finishers, just crap. Then a recap of what Orton did to Husky is shown from earlier tonight. Then that mysterious promo shown again with the date 2/21/11, a night after Elimination Chamber. And Triple H's trailer for his Triple H's crappy new movie, The Chaperone, is shown. Looks like one of the biggest pieces of shit I've ever seen. Please just come back, Trips. Like, really? God. Stop doing movies and fucking just ramming stuff and just keep popping kids out. We want you back, hitting people in the head with sledgehammers. And then we go back to the main event arena, and it's time for the main event. John Morrison to the ring first, followed by Sheamus. Basically, every 90 seconds, a superstar enters, same rules as the Rumble, and you had to be thrown over the top rope. So then back from commercial, John Morrison and Sheamus are in the ring first. Start off, so we go to quick commercial, and back from commercial, it says the world title will be defended in a 3-on-2 handicap match on SmackDown. Dolph Ziggler and Lay Cool versus Edge and Kelly Kelly. So I guess we don't have to wait till Friday. So then Sheamus and John Morrison start off the Rumble. And Cena enters third. Then Punk comes in fourth. R-Truth fifth. King is sixth. And lastly, Orton is seventh. And Punk was hiding under the ring when Orton came out. And Orton finds him, pulls him out, throws him in the ring, clotheslines him out, eliminates him. And then R-Truth eliminates Orton from behind. And Orton looked really pissed. Good stuff. Like, this is the Orton I like to see tonight. He was vicious tonight in that punt he gave to Husky. And just his faces he makes are just absurd. Like, he actually looked like a killer at some points tonight. Yeah, so Cena, then Cena eliminates R-Truth. John Morrison pulled some unbelievable stuff, like hanging on to the ropes, like hanging on by his hands, and like just dangling like very close to the floor. Just unbelievable. He's an amazing athlete. I actually was rooting for Morrison because I realized, wait, if he wins, he'll face Miz, so we get another Miz Morrison. Hell yeah. Then King eliminates Cena, or Sheamus pushes King into Cena on the outside, so Cena's eliminated. And then, like, really, Sheamus goes for the brogue kick. It's down to King and Sheamus. Sheamus goes for the brogue kick, and Cena pulls a low bridge, the top rope down, so Sheamus goes over and King wins. Like, okay, Sheamus didn't like eliminate, like he pushed King in you, okay? Like, and some role model for kids you are, Cena, like costing someone else the match after you lost, bit of a sore loser. I can't take the guy. Yeah, so Cena's eliminated, then Sheamus eliminated, so King is your winner. Raw goes off there with King celebrating, and Cole bitching about what just happened. Now he says, "Enjoy your time while you can." Miz is gonna like end your shit when whatever next week. Like, really, Jerry the King Lawler versus the Miz for the WWE title at Elimination Chamber. Why? Why? What the fuck? Why? Why couldn't it be John Morrison? What does this kid have to? What does this guy have to do to like prove himself? He is an amazing competitor and athlete. He works his ass off. I mean, he deserves it. Like, what the fuck? It's just so stupid. Like, really, King versus Miz. And King said it's been the WWE 18 years. He's never had a match at WrestleMania. How is that possible? Oh, my God. Miz. Way to make Miz look like a pretty credible champion. So, yeah, Raw was okay tonight, guys. Yeah, some, good segments. Teaser promo of someone debuting soon was probably the best part, in my opinion. Orton looking like a glimpse of his old self, just kicking Husky's brains out. So it's good stuff. But anyway, guys, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you thought of the show tonight. And yeah, I'm out. Peace.